My name is Aisha. Welcome to One Elder Speaks. I wanted to talk to you guys today about something that I've been thinking on for quite a while. It's kind of going to be like a story. Just kind of give you kind of a something to ponder. What if a distant alien race who was technologically advanced had messed up their ecology, had messed up their planet and their atmosphere, and they decided that they needed to, in order to fix the atmosphere, they needed to infuse the atmosphere with gold and by the way, that's scientific, there's something scientific about that, check it out. But anyway, infuse their atmosphere with gold to help bring the health of their planet back. But they basically used up all their resources, and so they decided they better go find another planet and go use up their resources. And so they go on the hunt. They find a planet that's rich in everything. They do have intelligent life, but it's very primitive. And they decide, okay, well, here's somebody we can use. Let's go ahead and we'll play around with their DNA, and we'll see if we can make like a race of slaves, to basically kind of hobble them to the point where they can't use 100% of their abilities, but make it to where they have some capabilities so that we can make them efficient and useful slaves, and then keep them in fear and oppression, kind of keep the lid on them that way, kind of keep them battling amongst themselves so that they don't ever really find out or ever come against who the real enemy is. And so they find the perfect planet, they find these humanoids, and they decide to switch it up on the DNA. And at first they kind of screw things around and make giants, and that doesn't work out too well. And so they decide to go back to the drawing board, and they mess around a little bit more. And then they come up with a race that will take over that planet. Infused with, the DNA of the alien and the humanoid that was there on the planet to begin with, which I'll call the original people. Well, these original people are living in accordance with the planet. They're doing their thing on an instinctual level, just basically enjoying their life. And then somebody comes and says, and it's like, oh my goodness, they bring them, like, they can make fire, they can do all kinds of wondrous things, and these aliens, these technologically advanced aliens, they look like gods. Well, and the gods, they come here and they say, oh my dear, oh honey, you're naked. I am so sorry that you're naked. Here, I will give you these clothes so that you can have some sort of protection against the world. This is better for all of us. This is better for you. This is better for, this is by far better than what you've been doing in the past. And all of a sudden, these people are like, oh my God, I must not be as good as these people are. I don't know anything about what they know. They know everything. And clothes, oh my gosh, I didn't even know I needed clothes, but now I know I needed clothes. So these aliens end up taking over. They end up harvesting as much resources as they can, as long as they're in the area, can get it back to their planet. And then they figure, well, when that planet whips around in the same area again, then we'll harvest the rest of it, or at least, whatever we can get. In the meantime, we'll let the slaves do, all the work. Okay. So some people, I'm sure, did stay, some of these aliens did stay, and they set themselves up in hierarchies. Basically, it starts like this. You're naked. Oh, here, let me help you. And here, let me tell you how to do crops so that you can get more out. And here, let me animal husbandry. And, oh, you're going to need a wall to keep them safe from predators. And, oh, okay. And then, oh, we're going to need a bigger wall around the town to keep everybody safe from predators. You can't wander around like you used to. I mean, this just can't happen. And so now we need a government to keep guards on the walls in order to keep everybody safe and away from the predators. And, oh, look, those people over there want what you have. have. And you know, it's just a never-ending game of oppression. Setting up institutions with the idea, oh, it's going to help, and you know, ending up with the idea that no, it's just somebody else that you're going to have to cater to and cow down to, while they take everything away from you and give you nothing. So, my thinking on this is that, well, I do believe this scenario, mainly because of the story of the Anunnaki, the story in the book of Enoch, which is one of the Bible books that was not allowed after a certain period of time, or not, you know, approved by the Catholic Church after a period of time, and also the indigenous stories coming around where some of these tribes were saying, we're part of the star people. We were, you know, they were with one of our people, and that's how people are made. And so, you know, given that this is kind of something that happens around the earth, speaking of giants and speaking of aliens, and you know, and the evidence, you know, even as far back as a Chariot of the Gods, which came out in the 70s, showed all these different things that were here on this earth that were impossible for modern man to have made, and yet they exist, you know. So anyway, given all that, I think that the original wound for the entire planet is colonization. And I believe that the original sin was shame. And they are both constructs made to make us believe that we are less than somehow, and that they are more than. Do you see what I'm saying? And how that's also now progressed into everybody who has money. Oh, they're better than us. They're more than us. Well, who are they voting for? I got to do that too. No, you don't. No, you don't. They have an agenda, and it doesn't include you doing well. It does include, you know, raping you on every basis that they can possibly do. So, you know, we need to stop looking at other people as if they're better than us. They're not. Energetically, we are equal, period. And by the way, that rock is equal to us, you know. Energetically, that's who we are. And once we can erase that colonization wound, and that wounding of, and that you know, that original sin of shame, that lie, then we can come together and find a peaceful harmony with one another. Start making systems that work. Start making systems that are flexible and can change with the changing times, with the changing moods, with the changing understandings. And quit going back to the past, which has always been about oppression. More oppression, more oppression, more oppression. So, okay, I've said my 2 cents. I hope y'all enjoy it. I hope y'all get something from it. If nothing else, it's going to make a great sci-fi movie. Talk to you. Oh, love and life. Talk to you later. Bye.